Hey guys, I'm Winnie Alex and I'm going to summarize the two videos, which is The Secret and The New Era of Positive Psychology by Salesman. The two videos talk about how we can improve life and the methods of living in this world we are living in, how to express happiness and how to get it. So, in The Secret, we look at many things, what we call the law of attraction. The law of attraction says that what you can believe in, what your thoughts are, turns into a thing, and what you also do. In this way, there are many evidences that people are giving, which is like when you believe in something, inside you where there is fire, there becomes the frequency, and that leads to a momentum. Scientifically, the video that is talking about that doesn't give the scientific claims. In order to clear something as a scientific sound, you should have a hypothesis, a method, the data, and the results collected, and then the conclusions. What do I mean by the hypothesis? The hypothesis is what you're going to prove. For example, if you're going to make it say to have a certain conclusion about what causes people to react actively or to drop out of school. So my hypothesis will be what causes students to drop out of school. In that way, I have to do research. For example, I can ask many students that have already dropped out, school teachers, headmasters, and I know the reasons that's why they are going to drop out of school. So that was my hypothesis and the message I'm carrying out. So in this way, the secret doesn't have a scientific claim. What they are claiming is not statistical and there's no evidence to present it. But in the new era of positive psychology, there's a lot of evidence that they present. Professor Salesman, Dan Gilbert, and other friends, they try to carry out research, design methods, come up with hypotheses, and then answer the questions. In that way, they came up with what they call the 3 ways of living a positive life. They include the present life, the meaningful life, and the life of engagement. What do they mean? The present life is where you reward yourself with many all pleasures of life after completing a certain task. For example, in Africa, after doing a certain work, which is manual, some of them reward themselves by taking alcohol. In that way, they are trying to live a present life. Others go for swimming, others go for dancing. In that area, they try to learn 2 things. Learning how to swim or to dance and then practicing it. That's what we call the present life, where you reward yourself. But in the meaningful life, you try to make your life to go beyond your expectations. You try to serve others. In that way, you can come up with the best way of living life and having happiness. But also, we have got the good life, which we call the life of engagement. After marrying, getting a wife, building a home, interacting with relatives, there you also have some happiness. So, how does the new era of positive psychology video by Martin and The Secret differ in terms of scientific claims? In the new era of positive psychology, Salesman says that in the past 60 years, people used to see psychology as their way of trying to treat them. But right now, they see it as a new scientific way. After carrying out research, they have just found out that 14 of the disorders can be treated. Out of those 2 are curable. This has come up because they did a lot of research to discover what happiness. But in the secret, where there's the law of attraction, people haven't carried out research. Even those who tried it, they took a small sample from the majority. And yet, a sample taken, or the big number of the people who attended the experiment, are also needed to understand what it means by a scientific claim. You can't get 2 people out of 3 million, do research on them, and then you say that scientifically the data taken is enough to satisfy what you're claiming. So in this case, we need to come up with too many samples in order to justify the law of attraction in the secret. So let us talk about how the 2 come up with stress. There are many kinds of stress. For example, the stress which you get after working too hard, the stress that you get due to too many kinds of work, and there are other stresses caused by peers or your friends. I myself, I usually get stressed most of the times when I'm at my work, especially when I'm studying a lot. There I feel that sometimes I'm tired. I feel that I can't do anymore. But in order to calm the stress, I do multiple things. One of them is that sometimes I try to relax from that kind of work that I'm doing. Secondly, I can go for dancing. Thirdly, I take a lot of water and I drink. Sometimes I visit my peers so that we can chat and I feel that joyous mood. So if we practice all those sorts of stress relaxing things, you find that sometimes you're not overstressed. Some people even engage in sports. For example, they learn taekwondo, they learn kung fu, they play football, everything. So what I can advise is that when you're stressed up, just find the best way that suits you. Don't follow your friends to avoid stress, but find what you like. Thank you for listening to this video. Just have a wonderful day.